Good day, everyone. This is Coach Reese coming at you with another great video. I'm hoping all is well with you and your family and that you're enjoying your day. The title of today's video is called The Divided Line. The Divided Line. And I feel that this video is very important because, young people, I feel that it's extremely important that you make wise decisions and that you always do the right thing. And in this video, I'm going to explain how, and I think why it's important for you to make wise decisions. And like I say, young people, I hope and pray that you all will benefit from viewing this video and that you will apply it to your life. I don't have any notes today. I just have the journal to read, and so I'm gonna go ahead and get started with that. Like I say, the title of today's video is The Divided Line. The Divided Line. I remember being in grade school. For the most part, I was a good kid. I would listen to my mom and elders over me. I would pretty much do as I was told. I never got into trouble as far as committing serious crimes. One thing for sure is that I did not want to disappoint my mom and grandparents by choosing a life of crime. I remember having a friend that smoked reefer. For the most part, when we were growing up together, he was a good kid as well. He just felt that peer pressure of trying to fit in. I think he had relatives that drank and smoked, and he wanted to be like them. Unfortunately, my friend grew up and became a drug addict. He probably progressed from smoking reefer to other heavy addictive drugs. The last I heard of him was when my mom told me he was being kicked out of his mom's house because his mom was going to a nursing home. Young people, you have the choice to live the way you want to live. If you choose to live the right way, you will live a fulfilled, blessed life. But if you choose a life of crime, sadness, heartache, and all the other negative things will follow you. You may go to prison or even get killed. There is absolutely nothing out there in the streets except trouble. Use the streets for something constructive, like going to school or going to see family and friends. There's nothing to look forward to in prison. I remember passing a prison camp, and I remember it being surrounded by 2 or more fences. It looked like a cage for animals. Young people, I beg of you to stay on the right side of the divided line. There's a right way to live life and a wrong way. Choose the right side of life. Make your parents and family proud of you by choosing the right side. God will bless you tremendously for living the right and wise way. Okay, young people, that concludes my letter for the day. And in all my videos, young people, I touch on 3 points on wisdom. I touch on 1 point dealing with critical thinking. And then I end my video with an ending statement of practice. And so I'm going to go ahead and get started with my 3 points on wisdom. Point number 1, wise people are good listeners. Wise people are good listeners. Point number 2, wise people have the thirst or desire to learn good knowledge and spiritual knowledge. Young people, point number 2 is extremely important. Wise people have the thirst or desire to learn good knowledge and spiritual knowledge. Point number 3, Wise people have the courage to teach their wisdom. Wise people have the courage to teach their wisdom. So, young people, I encourage you all to do your research on the topic of wisdom. And I pray that you all will pursue wisdom with the utmost seriousness. Young people, if you pursue wisdom with the utmost seriousness, it'll be a tremendous blessing to you and it'll benefit you in the long run. I have a statement dealing with critical thinking, and it goes like this: always be a critical thinker, young people, especially when making big decisions. Always be a critical thinker, young people, especially when making big decisions. So, young people, I encourage you all to discuss the topic of critical thinking with your parents. And your parents will help you navigate the differences between making what between making big decisions and minor decisions. And also, young people, I also encourage you to do your research on the topic of critical thinking, because this is just my humble opinion, young people. The sooner you become a critical thinker, the better off you'll be, and it'll benefit you in the long run. I have an ending statement of practice, and it goes like this, young people. I love you. I want the best for you. I want you to practice using love and wisdom in all that you do. Life is a game that you must learn how to play. Practicing love and wisdom with your family, friends, and loved ones creates a powerful team. Love conquers all, young people, even if you feel defeated. So, young people, I encourage you to keep loving and keep growing and gaining in wisdom, and God will bless you in a mighty way. Young people, I encourage you all to hit the thumbs up on this video. I encourage you all to share this video with family, friends, and loved ones. And I encourage you all to subscribe to my channel. At the end of the day, young people, I want you to accomplish all your goals and dreams in life. As long as they are productive, I support you 110%. And I also encourage you, young people, to be the best person that you possibly can be every single day of your life. That is absolutely important, young people. I have one more nugget of wisdom before I end this video, and it goes like this. Don't ever think that you're better than anyone else, but rather, young people, think of yourself as just as good as anyone else. Humility is a vital key to a successful life. I pray that you all will apply that to your life. It'll be a tremendous blessing to you, and it will benefit you in the long run if you apply that nugget of wisdom to your life. Okay, young people, I see that I have a few minutes to spare before I officially conclude this video, but I just want to reiterate this, young people. Always choose the right side of life, as I explained in this video. Always strive to make your parents and family and friends proud of you by always making the right decisions. Now, I understand, young people, you're going to make mistakes in life, but and that you learn from your mistakes, and that's what you should do. But as you grow older, once you progress into middle school and high school, you clearly know right from wrong. And you should have, in middle school and in high school, you should have a good sense of what committing a crime is, and some of the consequences of doing that. And you should always try your best to stay away from people that commit crimes or want to encourage you to do things that you shouldn't do. You know what I mean? So, just like I stated in this video, I had a very good dear friend of mine that, started out, smoking reefer or whatever. And he eventually progressed to getting it, trying more addictive drugs. And he just spiraled, his life just spiraled out of control. And, to this day, I don't know if he's okay or what have you. Unfortunately, I lost contact with him, once I relocated to another state. But, I just hope and pray that he's doing well and, being very successful at whatever he does. Okay, young people, like I say, young people, at the end of the day, always strive to be the best person that you possibly can be, and God will bless you in a mighty way for doing that. Okay, young people, I'm going to go ahead and conclude this video by saying this. May God bless you, and may God keep you until we meet again.